Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbat.
Good to be here together. Find someone you're sitting near, maybe who you don't know, or someone you do know. If you're one of the lucky people in the sun, hopefully you have sunscreen on, or you can move too. But introduce yourself. Warm up our congregation on this beautiful Shabbat evening.
Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, yai da 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 bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam. Yai da 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 bim, bam. Bim, 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 bam. Bim, 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 bam.
I forgot what we do here. You know, it's just. I want us to sing "Reunited." I thought that would be good, right? You know, it's Cantor took some time off in July. I was in Israel, right?
And it feels so good.
It just feels good to be together and have some fun and make Shabbos special for all of us and have this time together as well. So with that in mind, let's just use this time. You know, it's a kaya service. It's a relaxed service. It's a casual service. A lot of things bring us together. We have prayer cards that are there for you to follow the prayers or not, because kaya means we don't necessarily follow all the prayers. Or you can use them for sunshade if you like. Totally acceptable and appropriate to do that as well. Or if you're not comfortable in the sun, you can move to this side. But by about, 10 more minutes, there'll be less sun. And, you know, it is Shabbat that brings us together, but memories bring us together. Remembrance brings us together. Celebrations bring us together. Joy in our lives with a bride and groom getting ready to walk to a chuppah as we honor them today too. All these things. And we're told that more than the people of Israel keep Shabbat, that Shabbat can keep us as a people. Vishamru. We guard it, we protect it, we honor it, we remember it.
Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם כששת ימים עשה אדוני עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. Greet each other. You did? Nobody did.
Didn't we greet each other? We did greet each other. Yeah, we did.
I missed it.
Yeah. Everyone, this is Cantor Penny. I'm right with Mike. If you want to meet someone.
Okay. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני כי ששת ימים Asa Adonai, Asa Adonai, et hashamayim, et hashamayim, ve'et haaretz, uvayom hashvi'i, uvayom hashvi'i, Shabbat vayinafas, v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et hashabat, la'asot et hashabat, לדורותם ברית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת.
According to rabbinic tradition, that when a fetus is in the womb, all Torah, all knowledge is given to that fetus as it develops. The womb is both protection and comfort and wisdom. But when the fetus emerges and becomes a baby, right before it enters the world, an angel strikes that child right across their face and knocks all the knowledge out of their head. That's what the rabbis tell us. That's why we have a line down the middle of our face. If you were hit really hard because you had potential for that much wisdom, you got a cleft too. You're all feeling yourself right now saying, wait. Because we're told the idea of knowledge is the most important thing for us in our journeys in our lives. But ironic, as the rabbis taught us, when we emerge into this world, we forget everything. And we're supposed to spend our lifetime acquiring knowledge, learning Torah, understanding more, appreciating more. That's why Zachor, remembrance, memory, is so much a part of who we are, of our tradition. And when we open up the Torah this week in Ekev, we see the teaching of Zachor. God says to the people of Israel, Zachor, remember the long way God has made you travel in the wilderness. These past 40 years that God might test you by hardships to learn what was in your heart. So I want tonight's meditations, all of them throughout our service, to be about memory, about Zachor. Why do we remember successes and failures? Why is that a part of who we are? Why is it that we're told to remember after finding sustenance in the midst of the wilderness and about to enter the promised land? And the rabbis remind us again, it's because memories kindle compassion. We remember how we felt in difficult times, and so when we see others, it reminds us of what we need to do for them. We remember how we felt in times of joy, and so when we see others, we want to celebrate with them. So maybe for a moment, if you're comfortable so doing, close your eyes. Take a deep breath in, breathing in God's gift to each and every one of us. Breathing out our gift to this world. Think of memories, what you want to hold on to in your journey. Maybe from this past week, a moment of joy, a moment of goodness, a moment shared with you that lifted your spirits. Remember maybe in this past week a time of struggle, a time of heartache, a time of difficulty. How you lift out of these things, what we do in our lives, in our days, how it helps us. Maybe it's why Torah reminds us that we welcome the stranger, because we were strangers in the land of Egypt. It's part of our memory. It's part of what we zachor, what we hold on to. Maybe it's why we're told we celebrate with bride and groom, because we can think of times of joy in our own lives to help someone else feel that. We're told, we're commanded to comfort the bereaved, those who face loss, because we've been there. Our memories help us paint that picture of what we want for our future and for others, of what might even be a better world. And Shabbat is that foretaste of that perfect world in our lives. That's why we hold on to it. That's why we make it a blessing when we come together as a community. Zachor, we remember memory is part of communities that we're engaged in, that maybe we sat together with, we prayed together in past weeks, in past months, in past years, in past congregations. We create our own time too, our own memories, our own connections. We're told that Shabbat is the bride, and we as a people are the groom, and God brought us together for this perfect day. So with that in mind, as we are a community, so can we join in our prayers, our call to worship the Baruch Hu. If you'd like to stand, if you're able to stand, please rise now.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We prepare for the Hashkivenu, our prayers of evening, our prayers of thoughtfulness and reflection as we go to sleep each night traditionally. That idea of Zachor, of remembrance, is still part of what we do. In a sense, in the Torah and the command, what I began with was the idea that we're supposed to make sure we remember difficulties in the times of our successes, in the times of our prosperity. Moses is afraid the Israelites will lose sight, will lose that because everything's good suddenly. And so we're told to remember the difficulties. But the Hashkivenu reminds us that memory isn't just about nostalgia or perspective. It's also about something spiritual, about something divine in us as well. The prayer is a unique prayer because everything is an active verb in it. Hashkivenu, let us lie down in peace, permit us to wake up, secure, and okay. Be a shield around us. Put divine protection over us. Sukkot shlomecha, a shelter of peace. Grant these things to us in our lives. So the question is, what does this have to do with memory? The idea is that we know difficult things that happen, and now we're scared. So how do we live with anxiety and fear, with the unknown? And Hashkivenu says that's the spiritual part of living. The idea that we can be okay in the midst of the difficulties around us. That we can live our lives with that perspective. That sacred memory helps us transform anxiety into something spiritual, into a spiritual trust. Because we don't understand everything. We don't know everything. We don't make sense of everything as much as we try. But we still find purpose in our days because we feel something beyond ourselves. We feel something that connects us to one another, that helps us continue to the next day as well. And we remind ourselves with this prayer, Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim ufros aleinu sukkot shlomecha. Be a shield around us, protect us, keep enemies, disease, violence, hunger, homelessness far away from those we love. Put that sukkot shlomecha, that shelter of peace, always over us in our days in our lives, in our community.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom Ve'amitenu Malkeinu L'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom Ve'amitenu Malkeinu L'chaim Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Shlomecha L'chaim Shalom Me'ata ve'ad olam Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom Ve'amitenu Malkeinu L'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom Ve'amitenu Malkeinu L'chaim Ushmor Tzeitenu Uvoenu L'chaim Ushalom Me'ata ve'ad olam Me'ata ve'ad olam Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom Ve'amitenu Malkeinu L'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom Ve'amitenu Malkeinu L'chaim.
That same spiritual DNA of remembrance flows directly from the Hashkivenu to the Amidah, our central prayers of worship. The Avot V'Imahot, the first that we sing together, links us to those who first connected with something beyond themselves, with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel. But we're not just reciting their names, we're actually invoking that relationship that they built upon each and every generation and then passed along to us. The Torah portion that we open says, remember what God did for us in the wilderness as a people, how we became a people, how we connected. But this prayer says, remember Abraham's journey from from Babylonia, in a sense, to the promised land. Remember Isaac's binding, remember Jacob's wrestling with beings divine. Saying for all of us to remember where he came from. Our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, the story is handed down to us that we build upon. That our spiritual strength comes not from our individual merit, but from connecting ourselves to a chain of sacred memory that stretches back through time. Let me close your eyes for a moment again. Think about how part of coming in prayer and meditation is actually a fight against spiritual amnesia to connect us to others. So again, think of that which is a blessing. Those who set a path in motion given to you, and what ultimately brings you into this moment today. I think for us, it's why in meditation we love the poem written by Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel that says, eternity utters a day. A thought has blown the marketplace away. There's a song in the wind and a joy in the trees. Shabbat arrives in this world, scattering a song in the silence of the night. An eternity utters a day. Before we enter our prayers of Amidah, let that idea settle in. Let that idea of eternity settle in, because we are a part of something much greater than ourselves that can be eternal. Let the song be a meditation. Let the song be a prayer. The song take you wherever it takes you. A part of being a people, part of being connected, part of understanding what it means to have eternity in our midst.
A thought has arrived in the world. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Shabbat has arrived in the world, scattering the song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters a day, and eternity utters a day. A thought has arrived in the world. There's a song on the wind. There is a song on the wind and joy in the trees. Joy in the trees. Shabbat has arrived. Shabbat has arrived in the world, scattering the song in the silence of the night. Scattering the song in the silence of the night, and eternity utters the day, and eternity utters the day. Adonai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Ve'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chastei Avot Ve'imahot, ומביא גאולה לפני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני Magen Avraham Be'ezrat Sarah. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, בחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מחכה לחיים בחסד, בחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
And as we have done, please be seated. As we've done these past 680 days since October 7th, we add these prayers to our service for Israel, our home, for our family, our friends, for those still held hostage. So we think of the 50 still held in bondage now. Mishaberach, Chavatenu, Abraham, Yitzhak, Yaakov, Yosef, Moshe, Aharon, David, Shlomo, V'imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, V'Leah. Hu Yivarech, V'yishmor, V'yitzor, et Nedarim, et Chatufim. May the one who's blessed our ancestors bless, protect, and guard those abducted and taken hostage, the missing, the kidnapped, taken from their homes, their villages, their kibbutzim, from military posts and fields of dance, who are in danger in hostile foreign locations, in the hands of messengers of destruction. For we and all the people of Israel are praying on their behalf. May God have compassion upon them. Bring them out from darkness and the shadow of death. Break their bonds. Deliver them from distress. Redeem them speedily, returning them to their families, their towns and homes, to fields of dance and joy. And let us say, Amen. A prayer for the soldiers and defenders of the land of Israel and its people. Source of life and peace, we ask you for blessing upon all those who serve and protect the people in the land of Israel, Jews and non-Jews alike, who stand guard on borders and cities across land. Grant them courage and compassion, wisdom and strength. May they be guided by justice, upholding the dignity of all people, remaining safe in body, mind, and spirit. Shield them from harm. Return them safely to their families and communities. May their service be a path to peace and defense of life. Inspire in them and all of us a deep commitment to pursue peace and strive for a world where no one must fight. May this day soon come when the vision of the prophet Isaiah comes true. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, nor shall they learn war anymore. Avinu Shebashamayim, Sor Yisrael, V'golo Ba'arech et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Zmichat Geulatenu, a prayer for the state of Israel. God, you are high above all nations and peoples, Rock of Israel, the one who has saved us and preserved us in life. Bless the state of Israel. First flowering of our redemption, be her loving shield, a shelter of lasting peace. Guide her leaders and advisors by your light of truth. Instruct them with your good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who build and protect our holy land. Deliver them from danger. Crown their efforts with success. Grant peace to the land, lasting joy to all of our people. And together, let us say, Amen. Our prayers now turn to those in our own family and friends, our prayers of Mishaberach. As we walk around with the Torah, we reach out, we touch it, we mention names out loud of those who we're thinking of. King, strengthen having Torah in our midst, reminding us it's a source not only of memory, of wisdom, but also of hope and strength. Mishaberach Chavatenu Avraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov v'imotenu Sarah Leah Rachel. Hu yivarech the cholim, merciful God, who has blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Send your blessings to our loved ones stricken with illness, anxiety, friends, and family we think of at this time. Please rise.
The source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, bless those in need of healing with Rafua Shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say,
those friends and family in our own community. Anna Alpert, Maddie Bade, Rory Barner, Riley Braun, Martin Bordelais, Michael Brody, Chris Burke, Karen Kasman, Patty Seresny, David Decker, Audrey Deutsch, Ann Gotro, Richard Gotro, Brandon Gordon, Batia Shapanina, Larry Haber, Ava Haber-Kornholm, Gidon Ben Avraham, Alexis Johnson-Walzer, Kathy Capera, Leon Klein, Isaiah Klein, Karen Klein, Serafina Coffrin, Andrew Lederman, Zoe Levine, Alan Lieberman, Zev Lorber, Tim McAllister, Zoe Marcus, Gary Martin, Justin Milberger, Sid Mintz, Caleb Ben Ba'ami, Steve Passer, Carolyn Peterson, Linda Pratt, Donna Reef, Marcy Fisher-Reiners, Leslie Riggs, Yocheved Chana Bat Shoshana, Tom Selleck, the St. Amman family, Michael Schulman, Ann Siegel, Roberta Sanino, Toby Stein, Lori Tennant, Len Turman, Stuart Thompson, Dolores Weinstein, Yisrael Yechiel, Ben Moshe Vasara, David Zuckerman. Especially think of the over 6,000 soldiers in Israel physically injured since October 7th, and all those in need in Israel, throughout the world, emotionally hurting, as well as all the names in our hearts. Baruch atah Adonai Rapha Cholim. Bless you, God, give strength to those in need.
Bless those in need of healing with Refuah Shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. And let us say, Amen. Aleinu leshabeach la'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמענו כמשפחות האדמה. שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
One of the most powerful things in the week's Torah portion of Zachor, of remembrance, is that it's done together as a community. So even when we're remembering an individual alone, as one person, we're surrounded by others, some who are also thinking of individuals, and some not, but the idea that we support one another, we gain strength and being in a journey together as a people. So in that spirit, so we think of those who have died in this past month, who Shoshim we mark, friends and family of our congregation: Arnold Coleman, Laura Rosso, Charlene Clark, Yechiela Callow, Harry Nosenchuk, Yuri Umansky, Marta Lazar, Stuart Wilner, as well as those who Shana we still mark: Gail Beck, Lyle Markovitz, Wendy Passer, Adele Feldman. In addition to the 851 soldiers of the IDF killed defending Israel and working to bring home the hostages, as well as all the innocent lives lost during this war. And linking their names with names whose yortzites we mark on the Shabbat, those anniversary of passing we lovingly commemorate, friends and family of our community: Simon Alpert, Norman Appleton, Stephen Averbach, Madeline Barkin, Holly Barnett, Flo Block, Abraham Brash, Frank Brasher, Howard Camden, Kenneth Davidson, Ronald Disner, Rose Elkind, Carol Falk, Allie Felk, Herman Fagenson, Frida Fisher, Mac Fisher, Sheldon Fishman, Rose Schwartz Foster, Paul Frank Rose Gayer, Kenneth Gitlin, Zola Gold, Bertha Goldman, Jason Good, David Goodman, Alex Gross, Eileen Joseph, Inez Keeps, Ruth Kursbaum, Joyce Kolb, June Colsani, Elsie Lindo, Walter Lindo, Bess Lipson, Israel Payton, Betty Eisenman Lynn, Jack Malamud, Marilyn Margolis, Francis Markson, Eileen Millstone, Seymour Merkus, Harold Munter, Sylvia Nathan, Esther Olin, Michael Phillips, Loretta Raskin, Charles Rich, Sarah Rich, Sam Robbins, George Rosenberg, Janet Rosenberg, Louis Seidman, Leonard Sharkey, Ida Scher, Keith Schild, Charles Schwadell, Doris Silverfarb, Mickey Silverman, Barney Solomon, Sharon Ray Varon, Nancy Victor, Carol Walter Goss, Joseph Wilbur, Steve Yarrows, Teddy Zicholtz. I'm linking their names to all names that we do not recite on this Shabbat, those of every faith, every family whose lives have touched ours, as well as those who have no one to stand and say Kaddish for them. So do we stand together as one community, as one family, enjoying the immortal words of the mourner's Kaddish. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, bi'alma divra chirate bi'almich malchute, b'chayechon uvyomechon uchaye dechol beit Yisrael, Bagala ubizman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'olam Ameh Amaya. Yitbarach Yishtabach Yitpa'ar Yitroman Yitnaseh. Vinadar Vinale Vinalal Shemei Kudesha Barichu. Le'ela Min Kol Birchata B'Shirata. Tush B'chata V'nechamata. Damaram B'yama B'imru.
Amen.
Yehi Shlomo Rabba Min Shemaya. V'chaim Aleinu V'yal Kol Yisrael B'imru. Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mamav. Hu Ya'aseh Shalom. Aleinu V'yal Kol Yisrael V'imru.
Amen.
The source of peace, and peace to those who mourn. Comfort to those who are bereaved here and everywhere. Together let us say, Amen. Please be seated.
Oseh Shalom B'mamav. Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imru Imru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mamav. Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'imru Amen. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom.
Hey, Stacy,
Shalom
make sure you get this section here.
Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Ya'aseh Shalom, Ya'aseh Shalom, Shalom
Hey, Stacy, get to the front. Get to the front quickly. They have to be a focus. Not she's the bride. She doesn't get one. Everyone else. They got to be able to peg them.
You're doing
Strong
a great
work.
job.
Strong work. It's awesome. My lovely assistant, Joan Bussell and Stacy Schumann, helping me tonight, and Arthur Fishman. Joan, I feel like we're at the theater and you're picking up the programs now. It's all good. Well, when a Jew celebrates, we celebrate not just in the intimacy of our home, but we celebrate in our community as well. And so, by the way, the candy that's passed out right now, keep it in the tool. The idea is that at the end of the wedding blessing, we loft it gingerly at the bride and groom. Recently, we had enough of everyone unpack their candy so they could beam them as hard as possible. This is not what we want to do. It's right. It's a very, very soft thing, underhand. Well, you can do whatever you want as long as I'm out of the way. So we celebrate in community, and so just, I don't know, almost 2 and 3/4 months before they walk to the chuppah on the bima here, it's our honor 86 days. We don't call our bride Zillah for nothing. We have the pleasure to welcome our own Blair Madison Bean to join us with her groom, Jacob Michael Kalt, to come here so they can stand here together. So we ask God's blessing upon them at this special time in their lives. Hold hands. Face me. Face us. Face us. Yes. Remember who we are. Eloheinu, our God and God of our ancestors, we thank you for all of our blessings, but most of all for the gift of love that you've given to these, your children, to Blair, Jacob, as they come here together to share in this with their congregation, in their journey of their wedding, in this time of their lives, filled with so much fun and so much joy, and so much of what makes this theirs. Jacob, we wish you lots of luck in this journey, because we love her a lot. Cantor and I have known her together for between the two of us, 53 years, if we put her age together. And so we've watched her, and because she brought you to us now, we love you too. And we get to share in this with both of you together, because we love her. Because this is what it's about. about sharing families together and sharing with one another and getting to make every part of this journey special in your life. Every part of it that we get to celebrate. And we're so glad that even though you live in New York City, we're not sure why, you came home to celebrate each step of this journey as well. I know New York's fun. I'm just kidding. Not really. But the idea of because I'm just speaking on behalf of parents here. The Midwest is a really good place to live. Michigan's a great, there's no like hurricanes. It's just like it's perfect temperature. It's lovely. So much that's good and so much that's a blessing. We wish you not just a marriage filled with love and joy and sustenance, God's protection, surrounded by family, surrounded by those who appreciate you, who lift you up, who support you, who you support, but also this journey is filled with that. How many days? 86. We want all 86 of these days to be filled with laughter and fun. Every day of these 86, remind each other why you're doing this. The little stuff should not be that frustrating, because it's just little stuff. Because the idea of being under the chuppah and spending a life together is the mazel we want for you, the love that we want for you, and the joy that you found in each other already and that you share. So much fun that we get to be a part of that journey. All of us, even the people who don't know you, get to shower you with sweetness now. Not yet. That was almost...
Hold on.
Right. And goodness as well. So we're going to ask you to hold this Kiddush cup. The next time you get to hold the Kiddush cup together, it will be under the chuppah. You're not going to help each other drink from it just yet, because that's the idea at the wedding you do. But when you hold that Kiddush cup at your wedding, it reminds you that you share everything in life. And the idea that when the cup is filled with sweetness for one of you and goodness, the other feels that too. And when it's diminished because what life can throw our way, because you have a partner, someone's holding your hand, you're able to fill it back up. And so with that in mind, we say...
We all sing. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen.
Okay, you can take a drink first. No,
L'chaim.
you get a drink. It's grape juice, don't worry. Bless you, God, ruler of the universe, creator of the sweetness of life and the joy we share. And together we say, Yivarech, as we say, I can't remember what we say now. Baruch, I'm new at this. We give thanks for moments of joy in life that you have brought into each other's lives in this journey, into your family's lives, into your congregation's lives, giving us things to look forward to. Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam she'achianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Bless you, God, who has given us life, who has sustained us, and brought us this awesome moment together. Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. That's a first. She'achianu
Now,
v'kiyamanu
yes.
v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Live.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech
Hey, Liv, you want to help me clean it up? Candy?
She'achianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. How about over 20?
Anyone want some candy? Mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
So awesome. Before a moment of Tish and we conclude our services, just a few things to share. Next Shabbat, next Friday night, is our service under the stars, our sort of, celebrate how far we've come as a community. And so our annual celebration of that, we'll have a picnic at 6:30 and services at 7:30. Please RSVP if you're coming for the picnic so we have enough food for everyone. It should be awesome as well. And Cantor and Aaron will be singing together and leading us in prayer with us rabbis. Right now, Rabbi Daniel's on the annual Shir Shalom, the third annual Shir Shalom camping trip with, I think, 8 families from Temple. We wish them lots of luck and joy. It's good for them. It's good for them. Other things to celebrate. Tickets went in the mail for high holidays just a few days ago, so you should be getting them any moment. It's live online, so you can, any of your questions, all be answered with that. Gets me anxious when I just say that. Like, tickets went out. Oh, no. Yes, Paulette.
I had some people bringing my furniture back, and they wanted to take a break for lunch, and they asked if they could plug in a microwave. And I said, well, you could just use mine. You didn't have to ask anything. And they said, oh, no, we're not allowed to use anyone's microwave anymore because they work at a Jewish family house, and they use their microwave, and then it made it not kosher, so the company had to buy the family another one. Now, if they just were heating up vegetables or something.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, that's what I wanted to
So the question was, the story that was told in advance of the question is, from my dear friend Paulette, was that workers were in her home and they had a meal, and so they didn't want to use her microwave. They were afraid to, and she said, you can use my microwave, and said, no, we're not allowed to. Company doesn't allow us to, because once someone in the company did that, and it was a kosher home, and they violated the microwave. So no longer could it be used, and so they had to buy the family new microwave. How is that violating the laws of kashrut? Because if it's not kosher food that goes in there, now you can clean a microwave in a way, I believe. I don't know about microwaves, actually. Ovens you can. You turn it up to its highest temperature and leave it on for a long time. If your house doesn't burn down, then it's kosher. Mazel tov. So that's why. That's the idea of it. So I know, but it's funny, when we've rented apartments in Israel, Leslie and me, these past 2 years. Last year, it was a kosher apartment, and we were told, there's separate dishes and pots, and so we had to be careful and aware of that and stuff too. Now, of course, most food I'm buying in Israel is kosher food, right? I don't have to worry about that as well. Yet this past year, I don't know. It was a brand new apartment, but I had kosher friends coming over, and I was really nervous about making sure and doing it right. And so I had paper plates and things like that too. And they're like, we go out to eat. It's fine. But they eat vegetarian when they're out to eat. So it just depends. They trusted me, believe that. So other questions about topics I'm actually more aware of? Yes, Gay. Oh, nice seeing Penny. Penny will be here the next few weeks as well, which is nice. So, any other questions? Or it's time for challah. Well, we have no... Okay. Hey, Liv, do you want to help me with the challah? I know, but save something for next week.
Come on up.
Yep. You don't bring us back.
I know, there's a couple loose ones.
Will you unwrap that gluten for me? I don't want to touch it. Yeah. No, you can touch it. I don't want to touch it because it's gluten. You're going to eat it. Okay, ready, go.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Now go bring it back to your mom and dad and your sister. Yeah, you got a big family there. That's a small challah. The cows get the first cracks at that, and then anyone else wants them to, they can. Let us rise together for our closing prayer. The blessings of our time together and what we share in both our memory and what we hold on to, what guides us, and the new memories we create as we celebrate and feel the nachas of our kinder too.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you. May God protect you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka.
May God's light shine upon you and shine through you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yisim lecha
always be a part of who we are as individuals, as a community, giving us the blessings for us to feel, to experience, to appreciate, and to understand. Most of all, the blessing of shalom, of peace.
Shalom, Shabbat, shalom.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good Shabbos and Mazel Tov.